want to say thank you so much to all of you who honored our invite. This has been in the works for about 2.5 years, Dr. Yes, about 2.5 years. And it always reminds me of the very first time I told my mom that I'm running for office and my father. And both of them were more shocked than excited, literally, you know. Every other day, one thing that my parents worried about was my safety. And it's my safety because once you are declared that you're going to be on the ballot, the dynamics change. Because then now it means if you're going to get 1,000 votes, people win with very small margins when it comes to the MCA seat, very small margins. So now your security becomes a problem. When I was doing my stock take after the election, I looked for mentors and people like Dr. Katindi, and I was venting. I was venting about so many things, and I said, I did attend trainings, but they didn't prepare me enough for the world I would face out there. And I kept on venting about so many things. What we are saying is, and I'd like to use the analogy that I love using in the Bible and all religions respected here. So there's a parable of the seed in the Bible. It says there was a seed that fell by the rock side, there was a seed that fell by the roadside, and there was a seed that fell on the right soil. And the seed that fell by the rock side, when the sun came out, it dried up. The one by the roadside, I think people stepped on it, then that's it. Then there was the seed that fell on the right soil. What we are saying is the soil has a problem. It's not about the seed. The soil has a problem. And you can do so much to the seed, but if you don't treat the soil, it doesn't matter how good you are. And that's the premise of the research that we have done today. And I love so much that Dr. Katindi told me that, you know, Bina, you can be a storyteller all your life, but as long as you don't work on telling a story with numbers, data, stories, you'll just be invited to platforms to tell stories and talk about your campaign and cry, and then that's it. But there's so many people who don't even have the platforms you have as Bina. They don't have the platform to say those stories. And that's how this research was born. We didn't even have enough resources at the time. And I'm so honored that she decided to say, I'm going to work with Badili to mentor you guys in terms of doing research. How do you turn your numbers? How do you turn your data and tell a story? And we are telling a story of young women who ran for office in 2017 and in 2022. This is raw data. I say that despite everything that you're going to hear today and that you're going to interact with today, whether it's the fear, the violence, the political party gatekeeping, I still believe young women should run for office. Not because the system is kind, but because the system will not fix itself. Those who benefit from a broken political system have no incentive to change it. They will not dismantle structures that protect their power. That work falls on all of us who are excluded. So for every young person who runs, whether you win or not, you disrupt the system. You expand what is possible. You force institutions to respond. You create imagination, and you force conversations that people would not have had. And so running is just not about winning seats. It's about refusing to accept exclusion as normal, especially for young people who represent 70% of the population in this continent, and in Kenya, the same. And the median age in this country is 20. And so today, this book is just not a diagnosis. It is a challenge to all of us who are in the room, and even to the donors who are in the room, to invest differently, to challenge institutions, to stop being silent, and to challenge young people to enter into the political spaces with their eyes open. So we owe it to our parents and our mothers and our grandmothers, as I said earlier, who were afraid. We owe it to the women who've tried before and lost. We owe it to all the people on whose shoulders we stand on. We owe it to the future of our democracy. Thank you very much.